That's funny. Yeah, I kind of been doing the most, trying to get out of it, but that's kind of feel like that's kind of hurt me in a way. Um, yeah, so today I stuck back to what I was doing in the beginning, and I had a better practice. So we'll go back to that and see what happens.
What kind of things did you change when you kind of alluded to trying to change some things?
Usually I try to go as hard as I can for the reps I'm out there, and then I was shooting bad, so I started to shoot crazy amounts of shots just to try to find my rhythm. But I think that was hurting me because I wasn't taking every rep in game way.
Teams have really defended you in a variety of different ways. 2-3 zone, 1-3-1 matchup. Apollo was starting you. What's that been like? Just seeing them throw all different types of looks at you.
It's been an adjustment, but I think it's on my mindset. I know that previous years I haven't played well in zone, so I kind of like say, "Oh man, we're playing zone," so it kind of shut me down. So I got to come in every game with a positive mindset. But the game versus Stanford, versus Akpala, I felt like I was getting, the shots I wanted to. It just wasn't falling. And I don't know. Hopefully when we play them again, I get those same looks because I'm going to try to take advantage of it.
When you were a freshman, did you ever envision being in your senior year and getting tagged as like a mid-season All-American, getting on other award watch lists? Or did you ever...
No, not really, to be honest. I had an up and down freshman year, but I know I just kept working. That's how I've been my own life, and it's pretty cool. But I'm not playing as well as I wanted to, so that doesn't really mean anything to me.
What has the journey taught you?
It's never too high, never too low, stuff like that. Don't get down on yourself. Don't get high. I was playing well 2 weeks ago, but it felt like I haven't played well in like months. But it's only been 2 weeks, so I'll get back to myself, and my teammates and my coaches are doing a job, so supporting me. So great to have them.
When you're going through something like this, Trey, how hard is it to leave the basketball stuff here and not have it affect your life off the court?
Yeah, I have a great support system. I mentioned my family and stuff my coaches and my teammates, but my family does a great job supporting me, and they tell me to keep working hard and staying at it because I've been in a situation before where I haven't shot well, so it's not like I haven't been here. So I just got to push through and get through it.
Not to criticize the officiating, but do you feel like you're not getting some of the calls that you got earlier in the season?
I don't know. I'm not going to try to say they're not trying to call fouls for me. The zone could take away from it because they're crowding the lane, so it's probably harder. But I'm gonna focus on my job, and that's to play, and they'll do their job, and whatever happens, happens.
How hard is it when you're not shooting well to not let that affect other parts of your game?
It is kind of hard because I can score pretty well, so when I'm not doing that, it's kind of takes. I'm not that very emotional as well, so it may seem like I'm not fully invested in the game. So I gotta find ways to talk to my teammates, stuff like that, other ways to win.
What about leaning on some of the other teammates when you aren't shooting as well as you'd like to? How has that kind of helped your performance in this match?
I'm all about winning, so I could care less, but it hurts more when I shoot bad and we lose. So I put more pressure on myself when we do that. But I felt like versus Cal, I didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but I helped my teammates get open shots and we won. So it feels like I scored a lot right there. So I'm kind of leaning on that game. Hopefully I play well this week.
Utah's going to be the second team you guys played twice this year. How's the preparation different facing them the second time?
Now we got more film on them and see how they play. We looked at the open shots we got and how they defended us. I'm gonna watch film and see where I can improve, stuff like that. But playing them again is always an advantage.
Do you watch more film about your game against Utah, or just as much about Utah playing other teams? Get back to
Combination. I watched them play Washington State, but they play man versus Washington State, so I know they're not gonna play man versus us. But I felt like I did well in the second half, despite not playing well in the first half. Our first game in I don't know where Utah is, but Salt Lake City. So, but I'll look back at the second half and see what I could do.
But all jokes aside, is it easy going to this game knowing what Utah is probably going to do as far as its own defense and whatnot?
Yeah, most definitely, and everyone's more confident at home, so I'm leaning on that. Get to get familiar get familiar with the baskets that I'm already familiar with. So we'll see how that goes.
How different do you think games are called when you're at home versus on the road? Do you feel that as a player?
No, to be honest, I try not. I don't know. I try not to get into it too much. You know, we'll see what happens. I don't want to, criticize the officials. They have a tough job. Lots of fans, coaches, stuff like that, players. So, if whatever they call is, we got to play through it and not let it affect the game.
A lot of you guys have said that Coach Hurley, being a former guard himself, is really big on the skill work in practice.
Mm-hmm.
How has that helped you develop throughout, since he's been here?
It's been great. I think it's expanded my game a lot. You mentioned earlier how about changing my routine and stuff like that. That's part of the things I think I've been not, taking advantage of skill work as much as I can and relying on what I do outside. So I got to get back to, going hard every rep in practice as well. Then resting my body. I think my body was a little overwhelmed with me trying to, get out of slump and, shoot these extra shots. But Coach Hurley does a great job. He's been great all year. I know personally, I think that he could, start on many teams in this league. He's a great player, has a great future, but he does it every day in practice. Some days, I think the week before we played, he didn't miss. He was making all kind of threes, deep threes, but he's tenacious. In a weird way, I kind of look at him and try to pick things from his game that I can improve on. So, he's a great person and player. Yeah, I feel like any of these guys can be the face of the program, but being a freshman and doing what he's doing, he's definitely setting himself up for that. And he works hard. He has a great mentality, and I think that the rest of the players are going to lean towards him because he's a great leader. Even though he's not the most talkative guy, but when he gets into his mode, he's a great person.
What do you guys got to do to go on that win streak and start jumping up the Pac-12 standings?
We just got to take it one game at a time. 5 out of 7 we're on the road. Not to make excuses, but we playing home. I think we're 8-1, something like that at home. So I like those odds, and we shoot better at home, so it's going to be great. The fans are going to be great, so I think we'll take that to our advantage.
I think you're still leading the country in free throws per game as a team. What are the main things that enable that?
To be honest, I really don't know. I think we have a lot of guards who can get in the lane and get the big man in trouble, so I think that's what causes it. And then our post presence, Melo does a great job of getting fouls, stuff like that. And yeah, I don't really know, to be honest.
Trey, kind of going back to Remy, why do you think he's fit in so well with a group of 3 senior guards and then being a freshman? Why do you think he was able to play so confidently?
I just think who he is as a person. He's a very confident young man, and our coaches instill confidence in us. And me, Shannon, and Cody, we're not those seniors who pick on freshmen and say you can't do this, can't do that. Like, we're not those type of people. Everyone has a voice, everyone has freedom, and he has as much importance to his team as any of us do. So, I think that's part of it, and he's worked very hard. So I think that's it's a combination of everything.
Did you ever expect to be climbing up this high in the program's all-time scoring list?
No, not really. I think it just happened, to be honest. I didn't really focus on it. Someone just had told me, and then it just goes from there. Yeah.
Over the last 2 games, you've only had 1 turnover. Now, I know you talked about shooting, but how important was it to you just as a point guard being able to manage around the offense?
Yeah, I think the first couple games of the conference, I was turning the ball over a lot, and it was kind of getting into my mind. But I don't know, I just stayed with it. I didn't really let it bother me towards the end. I just kept playing and kept being confident. And when you play hard and don't focus on negative things, it just happens. And, and that's why I think that's why I've been turning the ball over less.